Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at 6, working for you.
Coming up, it may look clear right now, but the roads are ready for the winter weather that's to come. What crews are doing now to be prepared for the night.
Winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings will soon go into effect. We'll let you know when the snow starts in your backyard and how much snow you'll see coming up.
5 years later,
it feels like yesterday it happened.
the family of a murdered Blacksburg teen is still in mourning.
It's hard to lose a child.
How they are keeping Nicole Lovell's memory alive.
We'll get to that story in a bit, but this is what we all saw throughout the day. Look how beautiful that is.
I know.
At 6 o'clock. Warmer weather, but it's going to change.
Yeah, and lots of sunshine, but in a matter of hours, our winter season will return with some snow, and how much you get depends on where you live.
Oh yeah, Chief Meteorologist Jeff Hanowich joins us now. Jeff, what's the timing for all of this?
Mid to late evening for many of us, with the NRV seeing the most, also the Mountain Empire. So here's a look at those winter weather alerts that have just gone into effect here about 30 seconds ago. Winter weather advisories in effect for these areas shaded in purple. We do have one winter storm warning, and that is in effect for Grayson County. These are scheduled to expire at noon tomorrow. Chance for precipitation very low at 7, starts to increase as we head, say, towards 8, 9, 10 o'clock, and then everybody is going to be seeing snow, I think, after about 11 or midnight tonight. Satellite radar composite showing that this is our next weather maker. Not that large, quick moving, but it's coming through at the right time for us to see snow. It's going to be coming through at the coldest time for us. So yes, we are looking at certainly snow falling for us here as we head throughout the course of the overnight. It may start as rain showers for some of us, and already starting to see returns out across far southwest Virginia. A lot of this not reaching the ground just yet, but that is a sign of the air moistening. Impact timeline for you: sunset to 11 o'clock, brief rain to wet snow. Heaviest snow accumulates though between roughly 11 p.m. and about 4 or 5 a.m. And then for the day Thursday, we're looking at increasing sunshine. We're colder and windy. Temperatures at 8 a.m. tomorrow, upper 20s to near 30. Highs tomorrow between 34 and 37. During the daylight hours tomorrow, we're dry with increasing sunshine, but you're going to be dealing with the ramifications from the snow falling tonight well into tomorrow morning. McKinley.
All right, Jeff, the roads are ready for whatever may come, and so are our area school systems. With 2 or more inches of snow expected, the New River Valley could see the biggest hits. So far, Carroll, Grayson, Montgomery, Pulaski, and Wythe counties, as well as Radford City, have closed their schools tomorrow. Giles County will work remotely. 10 News reporter Alexis Davila is working for you tonight to find out what preparations were made today to keep you safe on the roads tonight and into tomorrow. She's live for us now in Christiansburg. Alexis.
In just about an hour, VDOT crews will be heading out to main roads, especially here like on Franklin Street and interstates, to monitor any of the weather conditions gathering on any of the roadways. Now, VDOT earlier prepped in the afternoon by attaching spreaders and snowplow blades. The VDOT line on Cambria Street is having trucks haul in road traffic signs and salt mixtures. While roads were not pre-treated because of the concern of rain washing it off, VDOT spokesperson says they are keeping an eye out for heavy snow accumulation.
If the heavy snow starts to come in bands or we see waves of that, we could start to see roads cover more quickly and rapidly as that heavy snowfall begins to overtake the pavement temperatures.
And if needed, the Blacksburg Volunteer Rescue Squad says they will bring out snow chains, and the Appalachian Power Company says all its employees were warned to be on standby in case of any power outages. Live in the New River Valley, Alexis Avila, 10 News, working for you.
We're working for you no matter what the weather may bring. Download the free 10 News weather app to get personalized forecasts, school closings, and alerts sent straight to your phone.
Today marks 5 years since a 13-year-old Blacksburg girl disappeared, only to be found dead a few days later. 10 News reporter Jessica Jewell spoke with Nicole Lovell's mother today about the somber anniversary and how she hopes her daughter's legacy will live on.
There are days you want to forget and days you can't forget. For Tammy Weeks Dowdy, January 27th is that day.
Heartbroken. It feels like yesterday it happened.
5 years ago, she learned her daughter Nicole Lovell was missing. Then missing turned to murdered, and now just a memory. Today, as she visits the gravesite, the pain is still fresh.
It's hard. It's really hard. I wouldn't want anybody to ever go through something like this.
To honor Nicole's memory on this anniversary, family and friends gathered at her final resting place. And to Tammy's surprise, even police officers and the Commonwealth's attorney involved in the case also came to pay their respects.
It touches my heart because I know that she impacted them, and they care.
It's a sacred place they've decided to make special in their own way, decorating it with solar-powered lights, hearts for Valentine's Day sparkling to catch the light, and memories of their dearest Coley.
It makes it beautiful, just like she was. She deserves to be here.
The memories and triggers grow stronger for Tammy when the anniversary is approaching.
The loving, caring child, happy child that she was. She would go through the house singing.
Even 5 years later, she wants to make sure Nicole is never forgotten.
Because she mattered.
Carrying on the legacy of a life lost too soon. In Blacksburg, Jessica Jewell, 10 News, working for you.
2 Virginia Tech students have been convicted in Nicole's murder. David Eisenhower is spending 50 years in prison, found guilty of first-degree murder, abduction, and hiding Nicole's body. Natalie Keepers is spending 40 years in prison, charged with accessory to first-degree murder before the fact. Last month, the Virginia Supreme Court denied her appeal.
More Virginians have been vaccinated than those who have tested positive since the pandemic began. Some good news on that front. But Governor Ralph Northam says the fight is far from over. 524,000 people received at least their first dose of that vaccine. That puts us 11th in the country for our rollout. Northam says the Biden administration is increasing our weekly supply by 16%, but not even that will help us reach its goal.
We're getting about 105,000 doses a week. If we're going to get to 50,000 shots a day, if you do the math, that's 350,000 doses per week. So we have a large delta there. That's frustrating for me.
Until more Virginians are vaccinated, the social restrictions in place will remain until at least the end of February.
Each day, there are still hundreds of new COVID cases, and that has Virginia Tech officials worried about parties now that students are back. Like McKinley said, that 10% limit will continue. This weekend, a university spokesperson says police responded to 10 parties violating the restriction.
We're reaching out to students. We are reminding them of their responsibility, reminding them that they will be held accountable for the decisions that they make. And in all of this is the context of trying to help teach students, to educate students what their role in our community is.
Students who violate the code of conduct can face penalties ranging from a warning all the way to expulsion.
A push towards progress in ending discrimination.
The office Virginia's Attorney General wants to create with equality as the focus. The work to protect Virginians from discrimination continues.
Attorney General Mark Herring's push to establish a civil rights office moved forward today. The department would be staffed and operated under Herring's office. It would handle race, gender, and age discriminations on all levels here in the Commonwealth.
No one should be discriminated against because of who they are, where they're from, how they worship, what they look like, or who, Virginia is a place that's open and welcoming to everyone, and we need to make sure that if there is discrimination happening, that we put a stop to it.
The bill passed in a subcommittee today. Up next, it will go before the House of Delegates. A vaccine challenge that also encourages you to give back.
We are hoping that this goes beyond just here in the New River Valley to communities all over the country and even all over the world.
What you need to do after your first shot to join in on this Rise for Science movement.
We did see our fair share of sunshine across many of our backyards this afternoon, although the clouds are really starting to roll in now, especially towards the mountains. Pretty overcast right now in the New River Valley on the Virginia Tech campus. We'll let you know when snow will start to fall for you folks coming up.
It could be the next Ice Bucket Challenge. Get the vaccine and make a difference for nonprofits in our community.
That's the challenge a Blacksburg business hopes will catch on here in the community and beyond. It's called #Rise for Science. Click and Pledge came up with the idea to encourage people to get the vaccine.
Here's how it works. Post your picture to social media with that hashtag and then challenge 4 others to do the same. Once that's done, they ask you to donate to a nonprofit of your choice in honor of someone else who you know who got the vaccine.
For every employee at Click and Pledge who is vaccinated, the company is donating $25 to the Blacksburg Volunteer Rescue Squad.
Like all of us, a lot of the nonprofits out there have had a really tough year, whether it's not receiving the donations they're used to receiving or not being able to do the work in the way that they're used to doing it. So we really wanted to take this opportunity to not just encourage people to get the vaccine and support their community that way, but figure out a way to translate that into supporting our nonprofits as well.
I mean, since the beginning of COVID, this whole community has really rallied together, and this is just another great example of it.
We have more information about that challenge for you on our website. That's WSLS.com.
Your local weather authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
We are dry right now. However, you'll notice that we do have some returns on the radar into far southwest Virginia. Those not yet reaching the ground, but the air is certainly saturating. To find the actual precipitation reaching the ground, you have to go into Ohio, Kentucky, and Tennessee. And yes, all of this is heading in our direction here tonight. Now, future tracker showing that by 7, 8, 9 o'clock, we're certainly going to see, I think, a few rain and or snow showers developing. By 10 o'clock, it's going to be snowing in the mountains. Still may be raining, though, out across south side locations. By midnight, 1 a.m., it's snow everywhere, okay? It's going to be snowing everywhere from, say, 11:30 or midnight through about maybe 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I will say that by 7 a.m., all the snow is gone. We start to see increasing sunshine. Skies are mostly sunny by tomorrow afternoon, but please don't be fooled by that sun tomorrow. It's going to be really cold tomorrow. As we head into Friday, we're also going to be mainly sunny from sun up until sundown. Now, as far as snowfall accumulations here, Wednesday night into Thursday morning, areas in white, that's where we're looking at a trace to as much as 2 inches. Areas say near Hot Springs, Covington, Lexington, Roanoke City, Lynchburg, Smith Mountain Lake, areas in and around South Boston, trace to 2 inches. However, areas in light blue, 2 to 4 inches of snow possible. This includes parts of Henry County, western parts of Franklin County, areas in and around Bent Mountain in Roanoke County, also Blacksburg. Highest totals will be into our southwesternmost counties: Bland, Wytheville, Independence, Hillsville, Galax, maybe even areas near Floyd. That's where we could see 3 to 6 inches of snow. Now, as far as commute impacts in the morning, going to have many slick roads, especially as you head, say, to the west of the Roanoke Valley. New River Valley, Mountain Empire, slick roads are going to be the norm for tomorrow morning. Now, midday may have some slick side roads, although the sunshine that will be up may start to melt the roads a little bit. And even as we head in the afternoon, we could still certainly have some slick roads. Then we're going to turn our attention once we get through tonight to another storm system. The storm of interest for the weekend is dumping feet of snow on the Sierra Nevada. That is going to head to the east, and as it does, certainly going to be a player in our weather here as we head into Sunday and into Monday morning. The cold air source will be high pressure to the north. The moisture source will be a low pressure system, and the two can and probably will, honestly, combine to bring us wintry weather here as we head Saturday night late into Sunday, perhaps even into Monday morning. Details fuzzy right now, but it's looking more and more likely that snow is on the way for us again during the latter part of the weekend. May mix some sleet and maybe even some freezing rain as well. 45 right now in Lexington, 44 in Lynchburg, 46 Roanoke, 43 in Blacksburg. We've got temperatures in South Boston in the lower 40s. Winds right now not a huge factor. Strongest wind out of the east in Wytheville at 13. Many of us know 4 to 8 miles per hour. Thursday's winds, though, are going to increase, and they're going to increase big time. Sustained winds tomorrow, 15 to 25, gusting 30 to 45 miles per hour. And that means wind chills tomorrow morning in areas, say, along and west of I-81, single digits to teens. It's going to feel more like the 20s, though, as you head, say, towards Lynchburg and south side. But regardless, it is going to be brutally cold tomorrow morning. And yes, there will be fresh snow in many of our backyards by tomorrow morning as well. Rain to wet snow tonight, becoming windy. Overnight lows tonight 20s to near 30. For tomorrow, cold, windy, turning mostly sunny. Highs in the mountains 20s, maybe a couple of lower 30s. Farther to the east, 30s, perhaps near 40. Extended forecast. Dry Friday, clouds thicken Saturday, late Saturday night, Sunday into Monday morning. We'll be watching another storm system. This one could be bigger. This one could be more impactful. That one on Sunday really needs to be watched. A couple of leftover mountain snow showers Tuesday, otherwise more sun east, more clouds west, with highs over the next 7 days 30s and 40s.
ACC slate tonight, in addition to the Hokies in South Bend. 25th ranked Louisville's at Clemson. Miami, Florida State. There is never any love lost in that one. And the soccer world is buzzing over a couple of Roanoke products coming out of the VBR Stars Soccer Club being selected in the first round of the MLS SuperDraft, including Northside and Virginia Tech product Daniel Piera, #1 overall. In addition, the United Soccer League has added VBR Star to the U.S. Academy League. Now, the club's academy team will compete in the Atlantic Division of the USL, adding a fast track for Southwest Virginia Soccer Stars to move from youth level to the professional soccer ranks.
Can create a youth to pro model, and those would be a lot of the clubs we'll be playing against are professional clubs. Currently we're the only club without a senior team or a professional team, and that being our goal is to have a professional team so that our top players can play alongside the professionals. This would also allow us to advance the development of players below them to get them better competition in the top leagues here in Virginia as well.
Due to injury. All right, Tennessee is turning to Central Florida's coach, the same coach Danny White hired when he was at USF to try and turn things around down in Knoxville. Pat Fitzgerald gets a 10-year extension at Northwestern to keep making magic there. And a couple of ACC teams have marquee Power 5 football matchups to open next year. That's assuming everything goes well, right? And COVID goes away. Clemson, Georgia, Alabama, Miami set for September 4th. You got that right.
All right, Effie, thank you. NBC Nightly News is next.
We will see you back here at 7.